DJM TV.
You have pastors, you have bishops, you have archbishops, you have custodians of morality, you have those who are commentators, you have analysts, you have journalists, and you have the elders. All these people lay claim to one degree of relevance or the other based on what they perceive to be their place in that very society, be it age, be it by profession, be it by prowess, be it by pedigree. Call it whatever you like. In a country of 200 million people, a little boy was brought out shamelessly to represent somebody they claim that they voted for. I told you this before, that there is something wrong with an average Nigerian. Yorubas are very good, the Hausa people are very good, the Nupes, the TVs, the Bachamas, just the Waris, everybody's very good. The Igbos, very good. On their own, they're very good. As soon as you bring them together, you see the worst in each and every ethnic group. It's like chemistry. There are some substances or elements that in isolation they're doing very well. In isolation, there's nothing wrong. Anytime you see any combustion in nature, anytime you witness any volatility in nature, anytime there is a problem, even in nature, let's say with the preparation of, say, sulfuric acid, it is the mixture of more than one chemical. When they begin to react, on their own, they're all normal, very docile, nothing happens. But if you mix them together, things will begin to happen. There's something about Nigeria. Nigeria is a very terrible experiment that has gone wrong somewhere. And if you put all these people together in one cage, in one basket, you get the worst of each tribe. Every tribe becomes a ravenous creature. Every tribe loses its conscience. That is why the Fulani people can perpetrate this level of fraud. And nobody's talking. Because there is something fundamentally wrong with us as black people. And it is quite instructive that at a time when the whole world is campaigning to get rid of racism, when the whole world, in other words, is trying to take a leap forward in terms of respect for humanity and respectable human interaction, at such a very pivotal time in history, what are we witnessing in Nigeria? A return to the Dark Ages. A return to the Dark Ages. And who are the people responsible for this? The Fulani. The same people, the same people all the time. The same people all the time. They're responsible for this. What we are encountering right now is a despicable behavior that is beneath contempt itself. Beneath contempt. I am trying to build, as I always do, a foundation upon which I am going to rest this very broadcast today, that the world may know that we are actually very, whites are listening, the whole world is listening. They know how foolish we are, and I'm going to make them even realize it the more. I am going to make them realize it the more, and you'll be shocked this evening as to what you are about to hear. Those who are handling this whole fake Buhari saga, it was Abba Kyari. After I told you it was Abba Kyari. When he died, our Yoruba friends now started saying he was a de facto president. When Abba Kyari died, I told you that Aisha had taken over. I told you. What happened? Aisha took over. I told that Osibanjo was missing. What happened? What is happening today? Have you heard from him live? It's all Photoshop after Photoshop. Deepfake video after deepfake video. They don't know how determined we are. Before I started campaigning that Osibajo was missing, I knew where he was. As I said, I can never ask you a question that I don't have the answer to. I knew where Osibajo was in that place called Banana Island. They will be shocked this evening. Osibajo's aunt died in Ikeja. Osibajo attended that when he ran away from Asarok, attended that very ceremony. So as they were issuing fake videos, Osibajo was not in Asarok. He was in Lagos, living in Banana Republic. Oh, no, Banana Island, not Republic. Of course, it might as well be a republic. Osibajo attended the aunt's funeral. And I will tell them where that funeral, where the aunts used to live. Arowo Jobe, in Ikeja, after Mafuluku. Arowo Jobe. If you're traveling from Oshodi itself and you're going towards, what's the president called 911 or whatever it is, there is a junction you get to, Arowo Jobe, before you get to a place called Ogonloko. I know that place very well. Inside the estate called Arowo Jobe Estate, Osibajo was there. He came with a black Mercedes Maybach and 2 Hilux vans full of security personnel. After attending that very function, or should I say condoling with the family of his aunt, that somebody they took as their mother anyway, when his mother passed on, he went back to Banana Island, not in Asarok. Osibajo is not there. And do you know the reason why I've been saying that Osibajo is there and the Yorubas are not talking? It's because they know where he is. This is the type of country that you have, where people approach every national discourse from a parochial viewpoint. You must defend your people. You must defend your interest. Is that how to build a country? Is that how to build a nation, I ask? Why must we live in an era when we feel comfortable lying to ourselves? Everybody knows that Nigeria is not working. Everybody knows that. We know that. You know that, and I know that it's not working. But rather than confront that very problem the same way that whites are doing, whites are disgusted with racism, and they're fighting back. And you can see it all over the world. Not just in the USA, I said all over the world, they're fighting back. Holding people who are racist accountable. To the point that the great and almost immortal Winston Churchill, that they wanted to go and attack his statue, to tell you that evil is evil. I'm mentioning this because I want Yorubas that hold Awolowo in high esteem to understand that they are doing themselves a great disservice. Awolowo was a very horrible man. He was a mass murderer. The same way we've just discovered now that Mahatma Gandhi also was a racist. I said, yes, Mahatma Gandhi of India was a racist. That is why a university in Accra is taking off his statue from their quadrangle. Are you following? That is how humanity functions. Once you are guilty of a heinous crime, every vestige of respect, dignity, and honor is stripped away from you. That is the sanction you get, so that others coming behind you will not be as evil as you are. Awolowo and Gowon presided over the death of 5 million Biafrans. 5 million. Nobody wants to talk about it. But we are talking about it. And we will continue to talk about it. African culture is on display all over the world as a disgrace and a blot on the conscience of humanity. What is going on in Abuja? Now, an abomination is happening inside Asorok as we speak. There are pastors, there are elders, there are imams, yet the truth cannot be spoken. The truth cannot be spoken. You go to church every blessed day. You have pastors. You pay your tithes and all the nonsense, all the biblical nonsense, all the rubbish from Quran. You have to be truthful. You have to be honorable. You have to be decent. In other words, in the whole of Nigeria, those who are calling sinners to come and repent are worse than the sinners. Every pastor in Nigeria is evil. You are there, you saw a 30-year-old boy. They gave you a 30-year-old boy as an 80-year-old. You claim you're elders. You claim you have gray hair. You claim you're knowledgeable. You claim you have PhD. You have all these things. You cannot see a 30-year-old boy and ask those in Asorok, why are you doing this? Why are you giving us this little boy? This is not Buhari. We know it's not. You have Yoruba pastors in Pentecostalism. You have imam. Those, they want to go to Hajj, they want to go to Mecca, to go and pray to Allah. A nation of hypocrites. A country of hypocrites. Left, right, and center. Why can't people be honest with themselves? I ask. Because you're black. It's in your nature to be evil. You see, let me tell you something. When the white man painted Lucifer black, some of you thought it was racism. It wasn't racism. It wasn't. They are trying to... It's an allegory. Let me put it that way. It's an allegory. They are trying to depict the state of consciousness of a black man. That's what they're trying to do. By depicting Lucifer as a black person. Now, you are in Nigeria. You are a Nigerian. And in that Nigeria, there is an understanding of the sanctity of the electoral process. People go to vote and they vote for somebody, albeit in a flawed election, and people are sworn into office to uphold the Constitution. This is why I indict and I condemn all of them. The worst people you have in the zoo called Nigeria are the pastors. They are the worst of the worst. They are like serpents. They are the worst of the worst, all of them. If you're going to church, if you wake up and you go to church, you're going to hell, direct. Because the message you're receiving, they are from messengers of darkness, of liars and deceivers. Are you telling me that Adeboye cannot see that little boy? Are you telling me that even the man that I respect so much, TB Joshua, are you telling me that that little boy there is Buhari? Those of you that went to church, I was clapping and jumping up and down. Jumping up and down and clapping inside deceit. Inside fraud. You are inside fraud. And you're jumping up and you're clapping. You are inside fraud. And you want God to bless you. You want God to hear your prayers. When the truth is in front of you, I told you what was happening from day one. But to tell you how terrible the zoo is, because it is an Igbo man saying it, because Nnamdi Kanu is a Biafran, he's championing it. Every Yoruba paper, they refuse to acknowledge the fact. But you claim you want to be in the same country with me. We are in the same country. You want us to be in the same country. But in your heart is deceit. In your heart is to cheat. If not deceit and cheating, why was it that when I announced that Buhari was dead, nobody bothered to investigate? Instead, you asked them, go and kill him. Because you have your eye on the presidency after Buhari. But I'm in the same country with you. You claim we are Nigerians, some of you, wrongly of course. You want us to love each other. Do you see how fake your love is? Yoruba, do you see how fake your love is for the so-called Nigeria? So the reason why you love Nigeria is so you can be president in 2023. And I'm asking you, all of you with your PhDs from Yoruba land, are you not seeing what is happening, including the pastors you cannot see? Are you that wicked? You are also very blind. You cannot see the truth. You know, people are afraid to speak the truth, and I speak it. If I'm in the zoo, I will tell it to you. Anywhere I meet you, I tell it to your face that all of you are evil. Very, very evil, all of you. Banon. Very, very evil. People are calling. They shouldn't be calling, but they are, of course. We must try to get rid of this. They are calling when they shouldn't. Now understand this very carefully. Those who are calling you their fellow Nigerians, let's make Nigeria great. Remember them. Let's make Nigeria great. We can build roads and bridges and schools. If they cannot speak the truth, having seen this little boy, now tell me how they can run a country truthfully. Now tell me how you expect to develop a country with lies. Tell me anywhere in the world where lies have actually worked. Show me, tell me one place. For ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. That's what we're doing this evening. I'm laying the foundation. I will come to the substance of the matter in a short while. White people depicted blacks as Lucifer because black people are satanic. After listening to this gospel tonight, you will understand. If you go back and you think, believe you me, you will be. By tomorrow morning, you will change. Accept the truth this night, morning or afternoon, depending on where you are. By tomorrow morning, once you accept this gospel, when you wake up tomorrow morning, you'll be a different person altogether. I'm not attacking anybody, I'm just telling you the truth. Very simple truth. Why? There is a degree of evil inside every black man. I'm not saying that whites are not evil, no. Because if you read Hobbes' State of Nature, you would know that man is a bit crazy in the brain. We know that. But once you go through formal education, even if informal, once you are capable of discernment, once you are capable of articulating a thought, once you're capable of looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, yes, I can now comprehend, there are some things you shouldn't do. And one thing that is you shouldn't be evil. I want to ask you a question, all of you who are watching, those who are listening. How many professors do you have in Nigeria? How many pastors do you have in the billions, or in the millions? But you ask yourself, but where are they and all these things are happening? You have elders. There are some people that say, oh, we are elders. We are older than you. Why don't you respect us? We are elders. Why are you an elder? And something is happening and you're keeping quiet. How can an elder be in the house and they go to give birth in 10 days? It's not possible. And there's nobody to cut the umbilical cord. It doesn't happen. Now, ask those people that call themselves elders. Why should I call you an elder when impunity is happening in Asorok and you kept quiet? Why should I call you an elder? Why? Just tell me. They cannot. Because I am an Igbo man. Because I'm a Biafran. That was why the truth have been saying from day one. Even some Yoruba irats cannot bring themselves to say, somebody wrote today and said, oh, it was predicted that Aisha would take over after Abakari. And somebody quickly reminded him, but Nnamdi Kanu said so, or you're not following. Somebody wrote and asked him, why are you finding it difficult to say that it was Nnamdi Kanu that said it? The commentator was Yoruba. But you want me to be in the same country with you. You claim you love me, and you want us to be together. Let's build a happy one Nigeria. But look at your behavior. Is your behavior that of somebody that wants to grow and progress with somebody? Or is it that of somebody who wants to cheat, to deceive, and to lie? Common credit you cannot give me on social media, and you want me to build a country with you. How is that possible? Do you see how that's not going to work? Do you understand it now? You want me to be in the same country with Fulani? The same people that a president died in office. Instead of Osibajo to take over, they said no. They started hiring little boys for Aisha to be sleeping with her. Little kids. You want me to be in the same country with you. How is that possible when the basis of a relationship is just falsehood and lies? If you love Nigeria as you claim, the caliphate, the Janjaweed, you should have allowed Osibajo to take over. Simple. Next time you bring a healthy young man, maybe like Tambuwal, to contest and to run, so he will not die in office. And you are cursed. Some of Fulani, you are cursed. You don't know this. You are cursed. Anybody who goes into Asorok will die there. I'm telling you now, once you're Fulani, if you go into Asorok as a president, you will die in that very place. Try and see. I've been saying it for very many years. Some of you don't understand. You believe in building relationships based on falsehood, on lies. I don't believe in it. And when somebody tells you the truth, you cannot comprehend it. You don't understand. I am a black person. I am from Africa. I am a Biafran. So when I condemn black people, I am also condemning myself. Do you know why? When I go back and I think about it, I try to become a better person. I try to be that thing that the devil has planted into every black person in the world. How many pastors do you have? When you go to church or you go to Saturday night, ask your pastor, all of you in the so-called zoo, Nigeria, go and ask your pastors or the imams in the mosque, because they're claiming they're holding a holy book. In the mosque, go and ask them. Why can't you speak out against what is happening? You're a man of God. Men of God and women of God, so to speak, should speak the truth always. That's why you're a man of God. Why is it that you're there in your palatial mansion in Abuja or in Lagos with money and tithes people gave you, hoping you would take them to heaven through the path of truth, and you saw impunity happening, and you kept all the big Yoruba pastors of Winners Chapel, of Redeem, and all of the rest of them, the synagogue, mountain on the fire, fire in the valley, fire in upstairs, fire in downstairs. You claim you're worshiping God through Christ. Christ epitomized truthfulness. All of you. Christ was epitomized truthfulness. You are climbing the pulpit. You are seeing evil. What concerns you is tithe and offering. And you think you'll go to heaven. None of them will go to, nobody, none of them. Pentecostal, I said none of them. But those putting on bleaching cream, none of them will make heaven. They're evil. Christ was honest. Told the Pharisees and the Sadducees what he saw to be bad. Went to the house of God, the temple of Solomon, and drove away profiteers, exchanging money. What matters to you is tithe and offering. There is abomination happening, and all of you kept quiet. Abomination upon abomination. And you claim you're a man of God. If I meet, all of you should pray, I don't meet any of you anywhere. Be it airport or anywhere I meet any of you criminal Pentecostal, God will punish you. You people are evil. You are evil. I feel sorry for the fools you're deceiving. You people are evil. You are in a country of 200 million. They are being held hostage. There is no head of state. People are being slaughtered every day. Every day people are dying because there is vacuum in Asorok. Nobody is there. That is the reason why. There is no leadership. Have you been into a house before? In a family where there is no father figure. Where nobody is in charge. No father, no mother. And see what the children are doing. It's a simple experiment. Experiment that all of you can do tonight, not tomorrow morning. Now, this night you can do it. I want you to take your wives away from the house, leave the kids. Lord, don't say, oh, my children, I'm coming. Oh. By the time you come back, your house will be upside down. Because dad is not there, mom is not there. Nobody to tell them, stop doing what you're doing. The same thing is happening in Nigeria. You have 7 terrorist groups, seven of them, 7 terror groups. And there is no head of state. There is no vice head of state, deputy, or should I say vice president. There is no chief of army staff. What do you expect those terrorists to do? They'll go to market now. They'll be doing anything they like. That is why you have killings everywhere. And nobody has a clue as to how to stop it. But these liars and deceivers, imams and pastors, those that claim they are elders and politicians, elder statesmen, to tell you how evil they are. They understand the problem. Any day you have a president, a physical living president inside that sort of, things will change. That is why all over the world, when institutions or companies are drifting, you change the CEO. You change. Ordinary football that some of you love, I think they've resumed. Barcelona defeated, I don't know who they beat yesterday, 4-0. Why do you think they sack their managers? When you are not performing, you'll be removed. Why do you think people vote every 4 years? It's like a report card to see if you've done well or not done well, to renew your mandate or not to renew your mandate. But in this case, somebody died in office. Dead, those who ran is dead. Instead of coming to people and saying, oh, this man is no longer there, what do? People are dying. Instead, you're holding on to it. You want to steal money. You want to deplete the treasury. You want to spread Islam, jihad, by force. And people are dying because there is no president. And you know it. All of you, you know it. But you keep pretending, lying. You bring the Bible. Let's go to Matthew chapter 6 verse. Bring your tithe. That's all you know. A man of God, you have aircraft, you have everything. You cannot speak the truth. How do you expect me to respect you? You are a deceiver, you're a liar. In the US, all of you will be jailed. All of you will go to jail. All of you will go to prison. But that is men of God in Africa. Black men, black misogyny, black evil. Now you can understand why the white man painted blacks black. Because of our evil nature. Evil nature inside us. And you want God to help you. You want God to save you? You are a hypocrite. An abundant hypocrite you are. All of you are hypocrites. Black people are hypocrites. They don't believe in the truth. They never see the truth and embrace it. Never. Nobody has, from Igbo land, even WIC, all of them, Ohaneze, Pandev, no one has ever come to say, what is happening today, you predicted it many years ago. We are sorry. It's called magnanimity. They don't.
DJM TV. DJM TV.
People don't say no, they don't like us. Welcome to DJM TV.
DJM TV. DJM TV. DJM TV. DJM TV.
Some of the delegates and ask their questions.
DJM TV. DJM TV. DJM TV. DJM TV.